Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm Rob the Fuzzy Carnivore, and I'm bringing you a review for M. Night Shyamalan's movie, Old. It came out in theaters not too long ago. Stay tuned. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little skeptical when I decided to go see this movie. M. Night Shyamalan, most of his earlier stuff I enjoyed for the most part. Most of his later stuff I absolutely hated because the endings were always ridiculous. For instance, The Happening. Hated the movie. It was interesting at first, caught my attention, hated it. Village. Interesting concept up until the end. Didn't like the ending, ruined the whole movie. Stuff like Signs, Sixth Sense, those were okay for me. So the plot of this movie is that, we're following a family who was invited to a resort on like a discount type of offer. And, we see these guys, they show up to the hotel, they think it's all beautiful. Everything's going great. We find out that they're having some issues in between each other. And the hotel offers to take them to a secluded beach that isn't really offered to all that many people, and they get trapped there. I'm not going to tell you how they get trapped there or why they get trapped there. No spoilers here. But all of a sudden, they start to age, and the age progresses at a very, very quick rate. Well, as the movie continues, they end up finding a general idea about why things are aging. A bunch of stuff happens that's really crazy, and they're all trying to either survive or escape. And that's where I'm going to leave it so that I don't give away the ending for you. But I will tell you that the ending is wrapped up with a nice little bow, unlike most of the recent M. Night Shyamalan movies. It explains everything. You don't feel like you're robbed. You don't feel like you've wasted your time. Those are all pros of this movie. Generally, I thought this movie was really interesting. It kept my attention, and the movie kept flowing and rolling. It didn't feel like it was a 2-hour movie, so I really enjoyed the pacing of this. It didn't feel like it was rushed either. The cast, they were all perfect picks. They all worked together well in the movie. All in all, this movie is crazy. You've got Gael, García, Bernal, who's pretty much the lead in the beginning of the movie. And, you really won't know him unless you watch a lot of Spanish-speaking movies. That's really what he's known for. Y Tu Mamá También, Amores Perros, both great movies, but they're all in Spanish, so unless you speak the language or are willing to read subtitles, you're really not going to know them all that well. There were a couple other smaller actors that you would recognize, but relatively unknown cast. But it worked. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give this film a solid 3. Getting closer to the 4 level, but definitely a solid 3 beards. I would give it more if I expected the rest of M. Night Shyamalan's movies to kind of be at the same level, but I expected such a low interest movie that it kind of shocked me, and I don't want to say that it shocked me to give it a 4. But it was a really good movie, really interesting. I suggest that you all watch it. If you have watched it and you want to give me your feedback on what you thought about the movie, drop it in the comments. Let me know if you're planning on watching it. I saw it in the theaters on $5 Tuesday. It was worth the money. I didn't regret my time. I didn't regret seeing it. And I suggest that other people see it. It's actually pretty decent. So, hit that like. Hit the subscribe. Notification bell to let you know when I drop more videos. One note on that. Only about 30% of y'all that watch these videos are subscribed. So go ahead. Make sure you're subscribing. And until later, stay classy.